Yes, would you mind taking your hat off, sir?
Yeah, sure. I'm here today to speak on the I-77 toll road project, the greater toll road project around the Charlotte area. We have two nuclear power stations that actually are going to be, the evacuation routes will be hindered. I-77 is the evacuation route for two nuclear power stations. That's part of Mecklenburg County. Last night up in Cornelius, there was a resolution passed to ask Governor Pat McCrory to take a step back. To take a step back from a toll road project that 95% of the people do not want. Take a step back from a toll road project that is going to hurt minorities, single mothers, and those who are of lesser income more than anybody else. These toll roads are considered Lexus lanes everywhere else. They do not work, they cost way too much money, and in other situations you could say, okay. But here in Mecklenburg County, we have paid a very high gas tax to have these roads built. They should have been built already. We need the governor to take action. You guys, I know it's not your job, but you can call on the governor. Maybe you could pass a resolution similar to what we've seen in Cornelius that was led by Dave Gilroy and had bipartisan support. If the members of this commission tonight could draft a resolution, put it before the public, and ask the public, does the public really want these toll roads? And is the public actually aware that I-77 is an evacuation route for two nuclear power plants? Same thing goes down on 485 or on 74 as well. I mean, why have these toll road projects? We don't need them. We've got a high gas tax. This should be paid for. We've got a $3 billion bond package by Mr. McCrory that's going to go to a museum for the NCDOT and build roads to areas where there might be potentially people living at some point on down the line. Right now, we have people living in Lake Norman. We have people living out Independence Boulevard. We have people living down in the Ballantyne area. There is no reason whatsoever that politics should come into an evacuation route for two nuclear power stations. The people don't want it. It's time to put the brakes on this thing, and it's time for you guys, as our leaders of this community, to stand up. Make your voices heard. Let Pat McCrory know that this is not a good deal for the people. It's not a good deal for the county of Mecklenburg, and it's just bad policy. And I would just strongly urge all of you, maybe after tonight's meeting, whatever it is, to come together, have a conversation, have a face-to-face with each other, and say, what can we do to send a message to Governor McCrory to stop these toll roads? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Souter. James Snyder, are you here? All right, Mr. Snyder, come on down.
James Snyder.
And then Mike Steinberg, are you here? Where are you, sir? Come on down and you can get ready at this podium. All right, Mr. Snyder. Yes, sir.
Yes, thank you. I'm here to express my opposition to the planned toll roads for I-77. When we find out that building the toll roads would cost more than simply widening the problem spots on 77, that alone should be reason enough to oppose the toll roads. But also we're hearing numbers like, the tolls are going to cost drivers $20, even $40 a day round trip. Your average working class constituent cannot afford those tolls. So just in conclusion, I ask the commissioners to offer a resolution against the tolls, because I think that's the only way we can get the governor's attention. You may lack the power to kill the project, but I think you could at least speak as a body that you are against the tolls, and I thank you for your time.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Snyder. Mr. Steinberg, would you... All right, welcome.
I never thought I'd say this, but I think Chuck said it more eloquently than I could. I know that government is sometimes a thankless job. You've probably thought that many times, so I'm going to say thank you. But now you can never say it's a thankless job because you got thanked. We do appreciate what you do. Sometimes government does great things. Sometimes they do horrible things. Not our government, but governments have been known to do bad things. And sometimes governments do nothing. And I know that's the temptation with these toll roads, is to kind of take a back seat. So as another voice, I just wanted to give you some statistics, and this is from the Census Bureau, that the average white family income is 70% higher than the average black family income nationwide. This is according to the Census Bureau. For single moms, white income is still 66% higher than homes that just have a single mom raising a family. For the disabled, it's more than 100% differentiation. And you guys are elected to represent your people. And I sit there on 485 sometimes, and I look at a good, perfectly good lane that's sitting there unused. And when people, you know, what do they say? For evil to prevail is for good men and women to do nothing. So I'm going to join with, you know, the folks who just spoke and say, I would ask you to unify, come together, and with one voice speak to Raleigh. And, you know, I can't speak as a minority or as a woman or as a disabled. As a born-again Jew, I'm going to paraphrase Moses and say, let my people go 65 miles per hour. So if you could, please, I just wanted to share. We need you guys to stand up for us, because I know people, you know, have said it in different ways at different times in different manners, but when you guys get together and speak with one voice, it will have an impact. So thank you so much for your time. Thank you for your service.
Thank you, Mr. Steinberg.
70 miles an hour.
Yes. I hadn't quite heard that before, but okay. Ms. Valley Buback? Do I have that right? Yes, come on down.
They break the law all the time.
Thank you very much. I'm also here to oppose the I-77 hot lanes. I have been opposing this for 2.5 years since I found out about this plan. I lived in Colorado where we had these lanes. It is not the American way to use our taxpayer dollars to create lanes for the rich and lanes for the poor. I ask you to please do whatever you can to send a message to Governor McCrory to please stop these toll roads. The contract has changed a number of times, and now we're finding out that representatives and also commissioners have not read the contract. Now, I myself have read a good portion of it, and I knew that there were non-compete clauses that we could not add general purpose lanes where the hot lanes are. So unfortunately, many people have not taken the time to read that contract. They voted for something they did not know what was in it. These toll roads are projected by the NCDOT to cost $20 round trip to eventually $40 round trip. People who live in the Charlotte area and do business, who work for job sites, sales, any type of job, going up to the Lake Norman area, now it becomes cost prohibitive for them. Furthermore, I have talked to truckers, and they say that they will have to raise the cost of goods coming to us. Even if you don't even have a car and you don't even use the highway, people here are going to be paying for it because their grocery bill will go up because the trucks cannot use the hot lanes. I just want to thank you tonight for your service and what you do. And as a body, if you could please tell Governor McCrory to stop the I-77 toll lanes. Thank you.
We're gaining momentum off the toll road protest we held at exit 28. We've got a resolution passed in Cornelius. We've got another one coming up at Mecklenburg County Commission. We've got to hit the Charlotte City Council and the Huntersville Town Council next. Here's what the deal is, folks. They're going to tell you the deal is done and it's over and to quit fighting, and it's just resistance is futile. Resistance isn't futile. Keep it up. Get on the ball. Start making phone calls. Call Duke Power and tell them, you got 2 nuclear power stations right next to our evacuation route. You guys better put in the call to your buddy Pat McCrory, who made his money before politics with you guys. He's in the governor's mansion now. We know he's your guy, and you better do something about it because you spill coal ash all over the place and poison people, so why should we trust you with the nuclear power? Okay? We need an evacuation route, and we're not too happy that we are getting toll roads on our nuclear evacuation route. You also need to contact every single one of your media outlets, local officials, hold their feet to the fire. And those of you around the state, hey, look, when they came for I-77, you didn't stand up because you didn't live there. It's coming to I-95, I-85, I-40 next. And every other place that they can put a toll road, they're going to have one. It's a part of an Agenda 21 idea, conspiracy. Oh, there's a conspiracy to have toll roads. Well, I mean, yeah, there is. You guys are taking money on the side. There's bribe money going on to the local town councils. Warren Cooksey has admitted so. Chuck Travis is going to go work at the NCDOT. That's the springboard, you know. He's going to be the first toll road czar of North Carolina. You got John.Bradford, Jeff Tart, Charles.Jeter, Pat McCrory, Tom Tillis, Republican supermajority, all in favor of these toll roads. And they say, just blame the NCDOT. Well, the NCDOT answers to the representatives and the governor. Governor Pat McCrory is up for re-election. Do everything you can to defeat this crook if these toll roads go through. Pat McCrory, you want to come out and be our hero? And you want to put an end to these ridiculous toll roads that nobody wants? Then good. We'll call off the dogs. But if you don't, we might have to call in, I don't know, somebody like, you know, good old John Rhodes. Maybe John Rhodes, maybe we can get him to run for governor against you. We know he won't have any gloves on when he's knocking you over the head with your communist agenda that is anti-North Carolina and anti-American. We know that for sure. Folks, those of you watching this, please share this video, get the word out there, go hold your elected representatives' feet to the fire. They're going to say, oh, you just got to be real nice. We've been trying to be real nice about this for 3 years. And they keep telling, they told us it was a done deal 3 years ago. They keep lying. They are professional liars. It almost seems like it's part of the job description. So tell them, no, the toll roads aren't done because they're not built yet. And tell them to kick Centra's ass out of our country. Tell them to go back to Spain or go to New York or Chicago or wherever the hell else that they're screwing over common people that keep moving here to get away from their toll roads. Because we have to stop it right here in North Carolina to continue to be the good road state, to continue to be the best state to live in the country. Hold their feet to the fire and unelect these crooks, every single one of them. I'll have in the description of this video contact information so you can contact all of them. Contact them all day long, every day. Pound them over the head, send them this video, and then when that's all done, donate at constitutionalwar.org so this operation to stop the toll roads can continue and I can produce the finest documentary ever done about toll roads, exposing all the corruption of the crony criminals that have somehow made their way into elected office. The time is now to stand up. Do not leave a legacy for your children as cowards who did nothing whenever there was an opportunity to stop these toll roads.